Check, check, check. Good evening, Bulldog fans. I'm Ashton Nix, live here at the Pete Hanna Center on the campus of Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama. We're just about ready to get underway here at the 2016 Samford Marriott Invitational. It's the first tournament of the year for the Bulldogs, and it's the opening of the Keeler-Chan era. We saw that era open up with a split of yesterday's action. The Bulldogs won their first game against Nicholls State in a hard-fought match that took all 5 sets. However, the second game was a little different. They lost to Indiana State in 3 sets. In just a few minutes, they'll take on South Alabama. But right now, we're going to send you to a quick break. You're watching Bulldog Volleyball on the Samford Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Meet Pete and Paul, twins so much alike, friends call them Pete and Repeat. But Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama treats them as individuals. Each gets a health insurance plan designed to meet his specific needs. One is a self-employed entrepreneur, the other working for a large company. After all, no two customers are alike, especially in Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. Find out how we can cover you.
Discovering new things is good. For example, you may discover that the best bank in town isn't a bank.
The guy was a legend on the field.
He poured everything he had into this game.
You gotta wonder what he's doing on game day now.
Guys, cupcakes are ready.
Ooh, cupcakes?
Better game days call for better pizza.
Now get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Try our new cinnamon pull-aparts for just $6.
Better ingredients.
Better pizza.
Papa John's.
At Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, we believe in service.
Maintenance service, tire service, repair service,
and most importantly, customer service.
We believe in treating our customers with respect and integrity while offering all the services you need for your car.
Most of all, at Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers,
we believe in keeping cars on the road, keeping families safe,
and keeping you coming back whenever the need arises.
Game day brings out the best in all of us.
regions, every day is game day.
Good evening, Bulldog fans. Welcome back to the Pete Hanna Center on campus at Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama. We're just about ready to get started for tonight's game, the Samford Bulldogs against the Jaguars from South Alabama. The Bulldogs had a little bit of a mixed start yesterday in this tournament. They picked up the victory in their first game against Nicholls State, 3-2, but had an unfortunate loss in their second match against Indiana State that only took 3 sets. They're hoping to bounce back against the Jaguars tonight. Samford is 10-11 all-time against South Alabama, but they are 5-3 all-time against the Jaguars at home here in Birmingham. So that's comforting for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, obviously, again, under a first-year coach in Keeler Chan. On the other side of the court, though, Amy Hendrahoski is the coach for the Jaguars. She's been the head coach at South Alabama since 2011. And under her lead, the Jaguars made their 3rd straight Sun Belt Conference tournament appearance last season. That was the first time that they've done that in nearly 15 seasons. Your Samford Bulldogs are going to be wearing the gray jerseys, blue shorts. They'll be playing from right to left here in this first set. South Alabama Jaguars wearing all blue. They'll be attacking left to right. On the court to start the game for the Bulldogs, Erin Bognar, Kiana Wicks, Katie Neisler, Grace Theismann, Gabby Greenwald, and Erica Pfeiffer. South Alabama with the first point of the game. Nice set by Erica Pfeiffer. Erin Bognar is able to get that ball on the floor. That's going to be a point Bulldogs. Grace Theismann to serve. Looks like a player from South Alabama may have gotten in the net there, and that's going to be a free point for the Dogs. They'll go up 2-1 here early in this first set. Theismann on the serve again. Looks like South Alabama may have gotten in the net once again, and that's going to be another point for the Bulldogs. They'll take as many of those as they can get. Number 15, Michelle Daniel, just tapping the ball over the net there for the Jaguars to get that point. They'll pull back within 1. Michelle Daniel is a key player for the Jaguars. She's the senior outside hitter and was named preseason All-Sun Belt Conference earlier this week. She ranked 4th in the Sun Belt kills. She ranked 4th in the Sun Belt in kills per set last season. And during that campaign, she became just the 7th player in program history to eclipse the 1,000 kill mark for her career. We'll have to look out for her all night. In the meantime, the Bulldogs back up 2. Maddie Newson back to serve. Daniel able to dig that one up nicely for the Jaguars. Bognar does the same for the Bulldogs, then tries to slam it home. But a nice block by the Jaguars is going to prevent the Bulldogs from doing anything, and that's going to be a point Jags. Number 1, Ashlyn Roberts back to serve for the Jaguars. Erin Bognar with the kill there. It's going to be 5-3 Samford. Bognar goes back to serve. That serve is going to be right into the net. That's going to bring the Jaguars within one. That'll be the first service error of the night. Erica Piper sets up TJ Russell, but that's going to go just past that back line of the court. That's going to be a point South Alabama to tie the game up at 5 apiece. South Alabama with a near service error, but the ball sneaks just across the net. Is going to prevent the Bulldogs from getting to it. They'll go up for the first time in the game, 6-5. Not the first time, but the first time since the first point, excuse me. Aaron Bognar with the kill, and that one's going to stay in. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Tie the game back up at 6-all. TJ Russell back to serve for the Bulldogs. Number 7, Nikki Gittens, is just not able to keep that ball on the court, and that'll be a point for the Bulldogs. They'll go up 7-6. TJ Russell back to serve again. The Jags tap the ball across the net. It's dug up by the Bulldogs. Erica Piper sets up Neisler, who kills it. And that's going to be a point for your Samford Bulldogs. They'll go up 2. TJ Russell gets the ball in play nicely there. Neisler comes in and slams it home, and the Jaguars aren't able to control it. That'll be a 3-point lead for Samford. TJ Russell with another nice serve. Beautiful dig there by Aaron Bognar. Neisler comes in and is going to get a second straight kill. Point for the Bulldogs. They'll go up 4 now, 10-6. South Alabama Jaguars call a timeout here early in the first set. I talked about Michelle Daniel earlier for the Jaguars, but on the Bulldogs side of the net, we have a veteran group of student athletes. We have Aaron Bognar, Gabby Greenwald, Kiana Wicks, Erica Piper, Maddie Newson, and TJ Russell, all seniors. This group of seniors should provide a pretty solid anchor for the team, and you can see that they're already hard at work. Timeout's over. TJ Russell goes back to serve again. Another good-looking serve for TJ Russell. Number 17, Eva Jurjanovic for the Jaguars is going to get that point. South Alabama will pull within 3. Erica Piper sets up Neisler. A block by the Jaguars keeps the ball alive. Erica Piper again sets up Neisler, who just taps it across, but the Jaguars doing Excellent job of controlling the ball. However, the Bulldogs will just tap that one back over the net for the point. They'll go up 4 again. Erica Piper back to serve now for the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs will tap that one over the net, and Eva Janovic was not able to do anything with that one for the Jaguars. Bulldogs will go up 5 here in the first set. Piper set to get the ball in the air again. Neisler tries for the kill. It's blocked. Aaron Bognar saves it in the back of the court. Bulldogs get the ball back over the net, but South Alabama will eventually slam it home. That's going to be a point for the Jags. They'll pull back within 4 here. Samford 12, South Alabama 8. Number 12, Kellen Reeves serving for the Jags. Erica Piper setting up Katie Neisler. That's going to be blocked by the Jaguars, and that'll be a point, South Alabama. They'll pull back within 3. Nice job by Katie Neisler there, not going after that serve because it'll go through the end of the court. That'll be a point. Bulldogs, another free point, and they will never be unhappy with those. Neisler now back to serve. Gabby Greenwald is going to slam that one to the floor, and the Jags can't do anything about it. They'll go back up. The Bulldogs will go back up 5. Samford 14, South Alabama 9. Katie Neisler with her first service error of the night. That serve will go into the net. Bulldogs not able to control that one. And that'll be a point. Jaguars back within 3 now. 14 Samford, 11 South Alabama. Number 17, Eva Jurjanovic, serving for the Jaguars. Erica Piper setting up Gabby Greenwald. It's dug out well, though, by the Jaguars. Then dug well by Grace Theismann. Katie Neisler comes in with the kill. That'll be a point, Bulldogs. Bulldogs are back up 4, 15-11. Erica Piper digging up nicely. Aaron Bognar getting it back across the net and off the fingers of Jurjanovic. That's going to be another point for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniel tries to spike it on the Bulldogs. They keep it alive. Aaron Bognar on the attack. And then the Bulldogs throw up a block, and that's going to be another point going Samford's way. Now up 6, 17 Samford, 11 South Alabama. Bulldog fans, don't forget that this Sunday night, our Samford soccer team are back at the Samford Track and Soccer Stadium to meet their second straight SEC opponent as the Auburn Tigers come up 280 into Birmingham. The match is at 6 p.m. and admission is free. Come support your Samford Bulldogs as they take on Auburn Sunday night. The timeout's over, and it looks like we're going to get back to the action. Grace Theismann back to serve for the Bulldogs. Theismann setting up Gabby Greenwald, but blocked by the Jags. Erica Pfeiffer now setting up Erin Bognar. That's going to be off the fingertips of number 12, Kellen Reeves of the Jaguars. And that'll give the Bulldogs their 18th point of the first set. Michelle Daniels spikes, but dug out well by Grace Theismann. Gabby Greenwald goes for the kill. Jaguars keep the ball alive. Grace Theismann again digs for the Bulldogs, and Erin Bognar will slam it home. They'll go up 19-11. Number 2, Sarah Richardson for South Alabama on the kill there. And that'll be South Alabama's 12th point of the first set. Richardson will go back to serve. Erica Pfeiffer setting up TJ Russell. Jaguars keep it alive, back over the net to the Bulldogs. Pfeiffer again setting up, but this time, Erin Bognar. That'll go off the fingertips of some Jaguars, and that's going to be another point, Samford Bulldogs. They're within 5 now of winning this first set. Maddie Newson set to serve. Michelle Daniel trying to get the ball on the floor for the Jaguars. Erin Bognar trying to do the same for the Bulldogs. They do get the ball back over the net. But Grace Theismann is just unable to get her fingertips under that one. And that's going to be a point, South Alabama. Bulldogs are now up 7, 20-13. Number 1, Ashlyn Roberts serving for South Alabama. Erica Pfeiffer sets up Erin Bognar, who just taps it across the net. And the Jaguars aren't able to keep control of the ball. Point Bulldogs back up 8, 21-13. Just 4 points away from closing this opening set. Number 15, Alana Scouten back to serve for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniel tries to kill for the Jags. Erica Pfeiffer to TJ Russell. Jaguars keep it alive. Maddie Newson digs, Erica Pfeiffer sets, and Katie Neisler is going to get the ball back over the net. A couple of South Alabama players there may have gotten into the net, and that'll give the Bulldogs another point. They're now 3 away from closing this first set. Scouten on the serve. Number 22, Kelly Hartman with the kill, but it's ruled out of bounds. The Jaguars don't seem too happy about that one. That point is going to go the Bulldogs' way. They're now up double digits, and they're just 2 points away from winning the first set. Jaguars doing a good job of keeping the ball alive, and Bulldogs not able to do anything with it once it got back over the net. Jags will get that point. They'll pull to 9 behind. Number 5, Arissa Chappell to serve for the Jaguars. That serve is going to go long. That'll be a point for the Bulldogs. Maddie Newson doing a good job there of staying out of the way and letting the ball hit past that paint. TJ Russell serving for the Bulldogs. Number 22, Kelly Hartman, kills, and that one's going to be ruled out of bounds as well on the far side. And that will give the Bulldogs the win of the first set. They'll go up 1-0. Final score of that first set was Samford Bulldogs 25, South Alabama Jaguars 14.
Meet Pete and Paul, twins so much alike, friends call them Pete and repeat. But Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama treats them as individuals. Each gets a health insurance plan designed to meet his specific needs. One is a self-employed entrepreneur, the other working for a large company. After all, no two customers are alike, especially in Alabama. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. Find out how we can cover you.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. I'm Ashton Nix, live here at the Pete Hanna Center on campus at Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama. You're currently watching the Samford Bulldogs taking on the South Alabama Jaguars in the final game of the 2016 Samford Marriott Invitational. We're through one set here, and the Bulldogs took that first set with, well, ease. Final score of that first set was 25 Bulldogs, 14 Jaguars. Starting lineup for the second set is going to be TJ Russell, Aaron Bognar, Katie Neisler, Gabby Greenwald, Grace Teisman, and Kiana Wicks. And we're just about ready to get this second set underway. The Bulldogs are wearing gray jerseys and blue shorts. They'll be playing from left to right, and the South Alabama Jaguars are in all blue. They'll be attacking back from right to left in this second set. Number one, Ashlyn Roberts for South Alabama, ready to get this second set underway. And the first serve of the second set is going to go right into the net. That'll give Samford an early edge at the beginning of this second set. However, the Bulldogs give that point right back with Katie Neisler hitting a serve through the back of the court. It'll be 1-all. Now Arissa Chappell, number 5 for South Alabama, getting ready to serve. Erica Piper sets up Gabby Greenwald. But South Alabama's just unable to keep control of the ball there, and that'll give a point to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs will go up 2-1 here early in the second set. Grace Theismann on the serve. Jaguars get the ball over the net. Aaron Bognar's spike attempt, not good, but Gabby Greenwald's tap over the net is. And that'll give the Bulldogs their third point of the second set. Erica Piper with a nice looking dig there. Grace Theismann setting up Aaron Bognar. And that slam is going to stay in bounds. They're going to go up 3, 4-1. South Alabama is not happy about that call. Number 11, Simone Stevenson for the Jags with a nice looking spike there that'll give them their second point of the second set. The libero, number 16, Abby Baker, back to serve for South Alabama. Katie Neisler with a nice looking dig. Erica Piper sets up Neisler. South Alabama can't keep control of that one either. That'll be another point, Bulldogs. They'll go back up 3. They'll lead 5-2 early in this second set. Maddie Newsom back to serve. Jurjanovic with the slam there, and that's going to go off the fingertips of Samford, and that will be a point for the Jags. They'll pull back within 2. Kellen Reeves getting ready to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper setting up TJ Russell, but it's blocked back at her, and her shot back over the net goes wide. South Alabama will pull back within 1. Piper sets up Aaron Bognar. Jurjanovic's spike blocked by the Bulldogs, and then they send it back over the net for a point for Samford. They'll go back up 2, score 6-4 here in this second set. Aaron Bognar back to serve for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs keep the ball alive, and Neisler gets it back over the net. Maddie Newsom with a nice looking dig. But a little bit of a miscommunication there on court between Erica Piper and Katie Neisler. Not really sure which one was going for the ball, and it'll just fall right between them. That'll put South Alabama back only 1. Number 17, Jurjanovic, serving for South Alabama. Piper sets up Neisler, who gives it a tap, but it's blocked back. Neisler again. Jaguars keep the ball alive, and goes just over Maddie Newsom's head, falls inbounds, and that'll tie the game up here, 6-6. Another miscommunication on the court. Believe they thought that one was going to go through the back of the Bulldog side of the court, and it did not. It fell just in bounds, and that'll go down as a service ace. Piper sets up Neisler. That's going to go off the fingertips of a couple of Jaguars, and they just can't do anything about that. That'll tie the game back up 7-7. TJ Russell set to serve for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniel spikes it. And the Bulldogs aren't able to keep control of that one. That'll be a point South Alabama. They'll go up 8-7. Grace Theismann coming in for TJ Russell. Pfeiffer keeping the ball alive and getting it to Neisler, who then hits it off the fingertips of South Alabama, and that'll be a point Samford to tie the game back up 8-all. Pfeiffer to serve. Michelle Daniel tapping the ball across the net, but the Bulldogs keeping it alive. However, one of the Jaguars got in the net on that play, and that'll give the Samford Bulldogs a free point. They'll go up 9-8. Pfeiffer's serve is too much for Drjanovic to handle, and that'll go down as a service ace for the Bulldogs. They'll go up 2 now, 10-8. The attack by South Alabama just stays in bounds, and Jaguars will pull back within 1. Kiana Wicks sets up Erica Pfeiffer, who taps it across the net. And the Jaguars just can't keep control of that one. It's going to go out of bounds. Samford back up 2. Katie Neisler on the serve for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniel spikes it, but Katie Neisler digs it out. Aaron Bognar spikes it, and South Alabama is unable to dig it out. And that'll be a 3-point lead for the Bulldogs. Neisler's serve is off the hands of a South Alabama Jaguar and over the bench. That'll be another service ace for the Bulldogs and another point to put them up 4. The block there by Gabby Greenwald. Back onto the floor, back onto the Jaguars side of the floor is going to give them a 5-point lead. Number 7, Nikki Gittens for South Alabama is going to slam that one onto the Bulldogs side of the court, and that's going to be a point for South Alabama to put them within 4. Number 5, Arissa Chappell goes back to serve. Erica Pfeiffer sets up Kiana Wicks. It's dug out nicely by the Jaguars. Bulldogs keeping the ball alive. Erica Pfeiffer sets up Bognar. Beautiful looking dig there by Grace Theismann. Aaron Bognar slams it home, and that's going to be a point Bulldogs. They're pumped about that one too. That was a nice looking rally right there. They'll go back up 5 here midway through the second set. Pfeiffer doing a great job of getting her hands underneath the ball there, but the Bulldogs just unable to do anything with it. Their lead will now be only 4. Pfeiffer sets up TJ Russell. Taps it across, Jaguars. Their attack is going to go too far, but it did catch the fingertip of a Bulldog, according to the judge. That's going to be a point, South Alabama. They'll pull within 3. Erica Piper setting up Gabby Greenwald off the fingertips of Abby Baker. And that is going to be a point for Samford. They'll go back up 4 here in the second set. Your score is Samford Bulldogs 16, South Alabama 12, as Maddie Newsom goes back to serve. TJ Russell's block goes right back into the face of South Alabama. That'll put them back up 5. Timeout called by South Alabama. Don't forget, Samford fans, you can keep up with the Bulldogs 24/7 through a variety of social media outlets. Twitter updates are always available at twitter.com/Samford_sports. The official Samford Athletics Facebook page can be found by searching Samford University Athletics at facebook.com. You can also find Samford Sports on Instagram, and you can search YouTube for the Samford Athletics YouTube channel. And of course, the official website of Samford University Athletics is samfordsports.com. The timeout's over, and we're going to get back to the action here in the second set. Bulldogs up 5, 17-12. Maddie Newsom set to get the ball in play. Katie Neisler just unable to get her fingertips quite underneath that one and able to enable it to be played by the Bulldogs, and their lead will be cut to 4. Erica Piper sets up Erin Bognar, and that slam's going to go off the hands of Abby Baker and almost into the stands. Bulldogs will go back up 5 here. Score is 18-13. Alana Scouten with the serve. Grace Theismann with a nice looking dig, but nobody was quite able to do anything with it. At that point will go the Jaguars' way. They'll pull back within 4. Number 17, Eva Drjanovic back to serve for South Alabama. Erica Piper setting up Katie Neisler. That'll go off the hands of Drjanovic and give the Bulldogs another point and re-extend their lead to 5. TJ Russell serving for the Bulldogs. And her serve is unable to be returned by the Jaguars, whose attempt goes wide. They'll go up 6, and they only need 5 more points to take this second set. The block by Erica Piper and Kiana Wicks doesn't quite work for the Bulldogs. That ball is going to fall to the floor, but they'll remain with a 5-point lead over South Alabama. Number 2, Sarah Richardson back to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper sets up Kiana Wicks, and that ball is going to find the court and put Samford within 4 of taking 2 straight sets. Erica Piper serving for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniel taps the ball across the net for the Jags. But a Bulldog got in the net, and that point will go to South Alabama. The lead will go back to 5, Samford 21, South Alabama 16, as number 1 Ashlyn Roberts goes back to serve for the Jags. Erica Piper setting up Kiana Wicks. Jaguars keep the ball alive. Erica Piper sets up Gabby Greenwald this time, and that ball will go off the hands of number 1 Ashlyn Roberts for South Alabama, and the Bulldogs will pull within 3 of taking this second set. Katie Neisler serving for the Bulldogs. Number 7, Nikki Gittens for the Bulldogs, or for the Jaguars, excuse me. Her attack will go wide and give the Bulldogs their 23rd point of the second set. Neisler on the serve again. Michelle Daniel taps the ball across the net, and Erica Piper is just unable to get to it in time. South Alabama will cut the lead to 6. Michelle Daniel on the serve for the Jaguars. Gabby Greenwald with the attack for the Bulldogs. Beautiful dig by Katie Neisler. Erica Piper sets up Gabby Greenwald. But Greenwald's slam is going to go just wide. And that will cut the Bulldogs' lead back to 5 as Michelle Daniel gets ready to serve again for South Alabama. Erica Piper setting up Gabby Greenwald, and that'll get through the block that the Jaguars had set up and will put them 1 point away from taking 2 straight sets. Grace Theismann serving for the Bulldogs. Erin Bognar's slam almost gets them the final point they need for the set. And her second one does. That'll be the final point that the Bulldogs need to take the second set. And they're looking strong tonight. They took the first set 25-14 and the second set 25-18. They're up 2 sets to 0 here early in the game. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back soon with some more action from South Alabama and your Samford Bulldogs. You're watching Bulldog Volleyball on the Samford Sports Network. We'll be right back.
At Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, we believe in service.
Maintenance service, tire service, repair service,
and most importantly, customer service.
We believe in treating our customers with respect and integrity while offering all the services you need for your car.
Most of all, at Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers,
we believe in keeping cars on the road, keeping families safe,
and keeping you coming back whenever the need arises.
The guy was a legend on the field.
He poured everything he had into this game.
You gotta wonder what he's doing on game day now.
Guys, cupcakes are ready.
Ooh, cupcakes?
Better game days call for better pizza.
Now get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas for just $6.99 each. Try our new cinnamon pull-aparts for just $6.
Better ingredients.
Better pizza.
Game day brings out the best in all of us. Regions, every day is game day.
This is Lauren. These are her first roommates, her first car, and her very first health insurance plan, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. Even at her age, she's not taking her health for granted. Her affordable health plan includes a routine annual checkup, apps, and programs that fit her lifestyle. Lauren may be just starting out, but with us, she's already got peace of mind. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters. Find out how we can cover you for the first time.
I would highly recommend Samford University's secondary ed program because of the intimacy of the professors and the students and the group that you go with. Constantly challenging each other, constantly growing together.
Everyone in the Birmingham community respects Samford's name and Samford University, especially the School of Education. I mean, we've been around for over 100 years.
When you step foot into that classroom in your first year of teaching, which can be very difficult, it can be very intimidating, you're about as prepared as you can be.
You can't put a price on how valuable that is just to have a credible reputation for where you're coming from.
My recent experience in the classroom, I feel like, can be a true asset to our students, simply because when they come to me with questions, I've been there. I have walked the road that they are walking. It wasn't too long ago that I was in their exact same shoes.
Our goal in our program is helping our students to be successful and to achieve and to feel like that they were always on the cutting edge of education.
Definitely prepared me for the classroom. There was lots of clinical experience. There was lots of opportunities to get a wide variety of experiences. Inner city schools, suburban schools, semi-rural schools, high schools, middle schools.
Samford, especially the secondary education program, has shown me that value of leadership and has shown me to always go the extra mile for people like my teachers have here, like my administrators have here. I want to be a principal so that I can lead in that way and lead by example and just show people how to help others. I think that's incredibly important, and that is implicit in the role of leadership.
I got to experience a lot of different teaching styles, different teachers, which helped me kind of mold and shape how I was going to be a teacher when I got my own classroom.
So Maddie and I are both athletes here at Samford. She plays volleyball and I play basketball. And we both want to be teachers and coaches one day. And being athletes, we always strive for excellence, and that's just what we've been taught. And that, the School of Education, has definitely pushed us to strive for excellence in the classroom as well.
Being Division I athletes, we have crazy schedules almost every day. And the School of Education encourages us to be the best that we can be on and off the court. So they're more than willing to work with us and with our schedules, and if we're traveling over the weekends, helping us complete our assignments on time.
My students in my classroom one day, they will have a person who is highly intelligent and understands the content that they are supposed to be teaching, but is also very knowledgeable in how to best present that to them.
Whether I fall on my face or I'm successful or anywhere in between, they got my back and they're helping me through that whole process. I felt very well prepared.
You just get to talk to so many people who can really tell you what it's like to go through it and who have been there, and I can't put a price on the value that that gives to a student in secondary education.
Samford provided my own children with a great education. Samford has been a part of my family for about 7 decades, going back to a grandfather and an uncle and an aunt who came here and served here for many years. Samford has been a place where I've served as a volunteer, as a member of an advisory board, as a trustee. I've seen Samford from all angles, and I've seen the product that it produces. Great young citizens who are intent on making a difference in the world. And many of those young people wouldn't have a chance to come to school like this without scholarship support, which we can't provide without people donating money to the university. So I support Samford to help them make the world a better place.
There are so many different ways that you can give. You don't just have to give blindly, you can make a choice. If you're an alum of a particular school, you could give to that school or to a program that you are involved with or that you really care about. And you can give any amount that you want. There's no pressure put on you.
It really speaks to what we're all about. And, namely, that's being the gospel on display. And one of the main components of being the gospel on display is being a servant and giving of yourself. And so when we give of ourselves, whether it's our financial resources or our time, to these causes that you're speaking about and to projects and initiatives on campus, it speaks to and affirms really what we stand for.
This year, as every year, Dana and I will be making gifts to Samford, and we will do so joyfully because we believe in it. And I just ask each of you to join me in doing the same. Thank you.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. I'm Ashton Nix, live here at the Pete Hanna Center on campus at Samford University in Birmingham, Alabama. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Samford University take on the South Alabama Jaguars in the 2016 Samford Marriott Invitational. We've played 2 sets here at the Pete Hanna Center, and Samford has taken them both pretty easily. They won the first set 25-14 over the Jaguars, and the second 25-18. They've looked pretty solid both on offense and defense, and really haven't had any cracks in their armor so far. The question is, will South Alabama find any in this third set to keep the magic going, or will Samford just go ahead and win in straight sets? Aaron Bognar leading the action for the Bulldogs offensively with 14 kills. She also leads defensively with 6 digs. Erica Pfeiffer miles ahead of the rest of her teammates in assists with 24. On the Jaguars side of the net, Michelle Daniel leads the way in kills with 7. And Eva Djurjanovic leads in digs with 4. Now we'll get ready for this third set. Your Bulldog squad on the floor at the moment is Gabby Greenwald, Aaron Bognar, Kiana Wicks, Erica Pfeiffer, TJ Russell, and Katie Neisler. Katie Neisler ready to get this third set underway. And South Alabama will take the first point of the third set. Number 2, Sarah Richardson back to serve for South Alabama. Grace Theismann digs. Erica Pfeiffer sets it up for Aaron Bognar. Jags doing a good job of keeping the ball alive and getting it back over the net, though, and the Bulldogs aren't able to control it. South Alabama will take an early 2-point lead in the third set. Richardson back to serve again for the Jaguars. Aaron Bognar digs. Erica Pfeiffer sets, and Gabby Greenwald is going to get that one on the floor. That'll be a point. Bulldogs get their first point of the third set. Grace Theismann to serve for the Bulldogs. Erica Piper digs it up. Grace Theismann sets Erin Bognar up, and that ball is going to go off the fingertips of number 5, Arissa Chappell on South Alabama's side of the court, and that'll even the game up at 2. Grace Theismann serving again for the Bulldogs. Erin Bognar with a nice block there. Michelle Daniel taps it across. Erica Piper digs. Theismann sets up Bognar, and good block by the Jaguars, keeping the ball alive. Good looking dig there by Katie Neisler. Piper sets up Greenwald, and the block by the Jaguars ends up giving them the point. They'll go up 3-2. Number 1, Ashlyn Roberts, getting ready to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper sets up Erin Bognar. Jaguars keep it alive, and Michelle Daniel comes in for the spike. Grace Theismann digs it up nicely. Samford, can they keep the ball alive? And it's just going to get away from them. That point will go South Alabama's way, and they'll go up 2. That was Lauren Hartman with a nice looking kill there for South Alabama. Ashlyn Roberts getting ready to serve again. Erica Piper sets up Erin Bognar. Dug by Abby Baker, but there was an infraction. South Alabama got in the net, and that'll give the Samford Bulldogs a point that they might not have been expecting. They'll pull back within 1. The Jaguars kill there will go wide, and that'll be a Bulldog point. Game is tied at 4-4 in this third set as Maddie Newsom gets ready to serve. Erin Bognar with a good-looking block, but the Jaguars do keep the ball alive. Erica Piper sets up TJ Russell, but her kill is going to go just wide on the near side of the court, and South Alabama will go back up 1 again. Number 15, Michelle Daniel, ready to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper setting up Erin Bognar. Jaguars keep the ball alive, and the block set up by Erica Piper and TJ Russell will not quite work out the Bulldogs' way. The ball will go to the floor, and South Alabama will go up 2. Erica Piper sets up Erin Bognar. Abby Baker digs it out for the Jaguars. Number 17, Eva Drjanovic, is going to kill that one for the Jaguars. They'll go up 3 now. Score 7-4 early here in this third set. Michelle Daniels' serve will go off the hands of Maddie Newsom, and it'll go out of bounds. South Alabama will go up 4 now. Score 8-4, South Alabama. Erica Piper sets up Erin Bognar, whose kill will go just a little long. That'll be another point for South Alabama. They now have a 5-point lead here in the third set. Timeout taken by the Bulldogs. Trying to regroup a little after a couple of points go South Alabama's way. Samford fans, you can always invest in the lives of our Samford student athletes by joining the Bulldog Club. Bulldog Club members can enjoy preferred seating, reserved parking, premium game day hospitality, and numerous networking opportunities, all while making an enormous impact on Samford's 17 men's and women's sports. For more information, visit sanfordsports.com/Bulldog Club or call the Bulldog Club office at 205-726-2050. That's 205-726-2050. Timeout's over, and teams are ready to get back to the action. Michelle Daniel still up to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Pfeiffer sets up Aaron Bognar, and Michelle Daniel is just unable to get her fingers underneath that one. That point will go the Bulldogs' way. They'll pull back within 4. Number 15, Alana Scouten, back to serve for the Bulldogs as Aaron Bognar goes off the court and she comes in. However, Scouten's serve will go just a little long, and at that point will go to the Jaguars. They'll go back up 5. Score is 10 South Alabama, 5 Samford. Number 16, Abby Baker, ready to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Pfeiffer setting up Aaron Bognar, who's back in the game, but her kill will go just a little wide as well. South Alabama will take their biggest lead of the night, a 6-point lead. Score is 11-5 South Alabama. Pfeiffer sets up Neisler, but a nice block set up by number 20, Lauren Hartman, and number 2, Sarah Richardson on the Jaguars side of the net. Will put that ball back on the floor of the Bulldogs side of the court. There may have been an infraction there, though, because the Bulldogs ended up getting that point. They're down 5 at the moment. South Alabama will get that 6-point lead, though, that I was talking about a second ago, and they'll go up 12-6. Number 12, Kellen Reeves, serving for the Jaguars. Pfeiffer sets up Kiana Wicks, and Kellen Reeves just isn't able to do anything with that shot. Bulldogs back within 5 as Erica Pfeiffer prepares to serve. Sarah Richardson with a nice kill there for the Jags. That'll get past the Bulldogs defense, and Jaguars will go back up 6 in the 3rd set. Number 5, Arissa Chappell, ready to serve for South Alabama. Erica Pfeiffer doing a great job of keeping the ball alive there, and Aaron Bognar getting it back over the net. Jaguars just couldn't control that one, though, and Samford will pull back within 5. Your score, Jaguars 13, the Bulldogs 8. Katie Neisler back to serve for the Bulldogs. Sarah Richardson going to put that one on the floor for the Jaguars, and they'll go back up 6. They're kind of maintaining that 5-6-point lead over and over again. Points just going back and forth as Richardson goes back to serve for South Alabama. And her serve is not going to make it over the net. Kind of balanced on the top of the net there for a second, but ended up falling back towards the Jaguars side of the court. That'll put Samford back within 5. Grace Teisman on the serve for the Bulldogs side. Erica Pfeiffer setting up Aaron Bognar, and Aaron Bognar's spike is going to go off the hands of Arissa Chappell. That's going to be another point Bulldogs. They'll pull within 4. Michelle Daniel on the kill for the Jaguars. That's going to stay just in the back of the court. Bulldogs aren't necessarily thrilled about that call, but either way, they're back down 5. Ashlyn Roberts preparing to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper sets up TJ Russell, but TJ Russell's spike is going to go long. Meanwhile, a little commotion off court as a couple of children knocked off a gate and made a little ruckus. Anyway, South Alabama and Samford trades points. Samford still down 5 at the moment. Maddie Newsom coming on for Gabby Greenwald as she goes back to serve for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniels' spike attempt will go into the net. The Bulldogs will pull back within 4. Score South Alabama 16, Samford 12. Maddie Newsom on the serve again. Maddie Newsom digs it. Erica Piper sets it up for Erin Bognar, but the Jaguars keep it alive. Michelle Daniel tries to tap it across, but it's blocked back. The Jaguars keep the ball alive. Grace Theismann with the dig. Erica Piper with the set. Erin Bognar with the spike. Jaguars again keeping the ball alive, but their shot back over the net will go just a little wide, and that'll give the Bulldogs the point. They'll pull within 3. South Alabama going to take a timeout. Bulldog fans, don't forget that Samford football kicks off the new season next Thursday night. Chris Hatcher's 2016 Dogs will open up against the Lions of Mars Hill University. That'll be a 6 p.m. kickoff at Cybert Stadium. Tickets are available now online at sanfordsports.com. And now we're going to get back to the action here in the third set. Maddie Newsom up to serve for the Bulldogs. Michelle Daniel with the attack. Katie Neisler does a nice job of digging that one. Erica Piper with the set. Erin Bognar with the spike. Bulldogs keep the ball alive, though. Jaguars tap it across. Erica Piper digs it out. Erin Bognar with the attack there. The Michelle Daniels spike is going to go just wide there over on the far side. Put the Bulldogs back within 2. Your score is South Alabama 16, Samford 14. Maddie Newsom up to serve again for the Bulldogs. Looks like there may have been some sort of infraction there. I believe a Bulldog got in the net, and that's going to be a free point for South Alabama. They'll go back up 3, 17-14. Michelle Daniel on the serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper sets up Erin Bognar, and she's not having any of that. That's going straight to the floor of the Jaguar side of the court. Back within 2, 17-15, South Alabama. Bognar comes off the court. Scouten comes in. Scouten goes back to serve. Hartman's attack is going to be blocked by the Bulldogs. That's going to put them back just one here midway through this third set. The score is 17 South Alabama, 16 Samford. Skelton ready to serve. Pfeiffer sets up Neisler, and that ball is going to hit the Jaguars' side of the court. Score is tied up 17 all here in this third set. Skelton's serve there going just a bit long. That'll give the Jaguars a 1-point advantage at the moment. Abby Baker back to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Pfeiffer setting up Neisler, and Baker's not able to take control of that shot. Scores tied, 18 apiece. TJ Russell back to serve for Samford. Hartman with the kill. The Bulldogs aren't able to do anything about that one. South Alabama will again take a 1-point lead. We've got a back and forth battle going on right now in the Pete Hanna Center. Kellen Reeves ready to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Pfeiffer sets up Neisler. And then Neisler slams it down after Reeves knocks it back across the net. Bulldogs are going to tie it up again, 19 all. Erica Pfeiffer ready to serve for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs block works nicely, but the Jaguars do keep the ball alive. And then number 10, Christina Albastro, her kill goes just a little long, and Samford has the first lead of this third set. They're up 20-19 at the moment. Erica Pfeiffer ready to serve. Pfeiffer setting up Gabby Greenwald, and that's going to go off the fingertips of a Jaguar block and get on the floor, and they'll go up 2. They're now 4 points away from closing out this match. South Alabama is going to take their last timeout of the set. We're going to have to wait just a second before we get back to the action. But here at Samford, compliance with NCAA rules is of utmost importance. Our athletic department is very concerned about it. As a member of the NCAA, Samford University is responsible for the actions of its coaches, student athletes, faculty and staff, alumni, donors, boosters, and friends. So, we remind you to always ask before you act. For more questions and answers regarding compliance, follow our compliance team on Twitter at Samford_rules. Pfeiffer back to serve again for the Bulldogs. That serve goes off. That serve goes off Michelle Daniels' hands and into the stands. That'll be the 22nd point for Samford in this third set. They're now 3 away from closing it out. Sarah Richardson with a nice kill there, but it's going to go just wide over there on the far side of the court. That's going to be a Bulldog point. They're now just 2 points away from closing out this match. They're up 4 on South Alabama, 23-19. Erica Pfeiffer serves, but her serve is going to go just a little bit long. South Alabama now back within 3. Number 5, Arissa Chappell is going back to serve for the Jaguars. Erica Piper sets up Neisler. Jaguars keep the ball alive. Michelle. Oh, no, it looks like there was an infraction on the Bulldogs side of the court. Someone may have gotten in the net, and now the Jaguars are within 2. Your score is Samford Bulldogs 23, South Alabama Jaguars 21. Richardson, Chappell ready to serve again. Erica Piper setting up Neisler. But the block by, I believe, Richardson is going to be successful in another South Alabama point. They're back within 1. And now Samford's going to take a timeout here. Late in the 3rd set, trying to regroup a little bit from a couple of late South Alabama points. They are only 2 points away, though, from taking this 3rd set and the game. Bognar with a commanding offensive lead for the Bulldogs, 19 kills. Piper killing it in assists for the Bulldogs. She has 34 on the night. The next closest is Grace Theismann at 2. However, Grace Theismann is leading she's tied with Erin Bognar for most digs on the team, and that's 7. On the Jaguars side of the court, Michelle Daniel is still leading in kills with 9. And Abby Baker is leading in digs with 8. Looks like we're going to get back to the action here. Arissa Chappell back to serve again for the Jaguars. Bulldogs just 2 points away from taking this match. Erica Piper is going to set up Erin Bognar, who just taps it across the net. Michelle Daniel gets the ball back across the net. Grace Theismann sets up Gabby Greenwald. And their block is going to, the Jaguars' block is going to go just wide on the far side of the court. And that's going to put Samford in position to win the match. The crowd is on their feet here at the Pete Hanna Center as Katie Neisler lines up for the match point. Neisler digs it. Piper sets up Bognar, and Bognar's going to slam it home. That's going to be the last point that the Bulldogs need for the set and the match. They're going to win in 3 sets against South Alabama tonight here at the Pete Hanna Center at Samford University. What a great bounce back for the Bulldogs after they were beat in 3 sets by Indiana State last night to come back and beat South Alabama, who beat Indiana State yesterday in 3 sets. The final score of that set is going to be 25 Samford, 22 South Alabama. They're going to win in 3 sets. The first set, they won 25-14. The second set, 25-18. And again, that third set, they took 25-22. Well, Bulldog fans, that's going to do it here in the Pete Hanna Center. Next up for Samford Volleyball is a trip to Tuscaloosa to meet the Alabama Crimson Tide. That's going to be Tuesday night with the match time set for 7 p.m. Central Time. You can look for details online at SamfordSports.com and catch all the action on the SEC Network Plus for that game. I want to thank my crew, Mike Grace, John McAfoose, and all the Samford student workers who are here to cover the game. Our final score is going to be Samford taking the game against South Alabama in 3 sets. And until next time, for God, for learning forever, for Samford University, I'm Ashton Nix reminding you that together we are Samford Strong. You're watching Bulldog Volleyball on the Samford Sports Network.